This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here. Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration. Mayhap the flower bed will offer some clue as to Roger's whereabouts. Pray, allow me to show you the way. This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. Master! Fire will prove effective against this foe. One of our number is unconscious. One might confidently call that a resounding victory. Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. Calls for a curative. fear I must stray from the thread of our conversation to tell you. Oft do we toil on you to carry the burdens we cannot. Your toil keeps me light on my feet.
These beams are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. Oxen are sturdy creatures, aren't they?
'Tis best to leave harmless creatures be. I trust we've all inspected our equipment. Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust. Battle is best avoided here.
Am I? What's going on? I remember. The wolves! You saved me. Didn't you, sir? How did you know where I was? Did I suppose he must be worried sick about... If it's all the same to you, sir...
Making our report ought to be our next priority. Let me get that. Wolves, if I've ever seen them. I doubt ice will be of any use against it. A common reward. Frustratingly so. We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. Tis pleasantly cool here, what with the canopy overhead. Let us hope we make it through without incident. Right you are. No one can defend themselves when grappled like this. I will be your shield. Look there. I espy another statue. Shall we search for a path to lead us to it? Now, what might that be? We ought to take a closer look.
Mayhap you'll think this a trifle. But one master I served was quite the carefree soul, shunning armor in all its forms.
Each to their own. We've little need for a campsite at present. We shall be ill prepared for battle if we rest overmuch.
Now here's a surprise.
Our collection grows.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Many thanks. Rog? Rog!
Hello, Grandfather.
'Tis a miracle! You're alive and in one piece! Oh, joy of joys! I thought ne'er to lay eyes on you again.
Grandfather, you're smothering me.
Oh, hush! You don't get to complain of such things after you worried me half to death.
I'm very sorry, Grandfather. I didn't mean to cause you grief.
And you? Words alone will ne'er be enough to express the depth of my gratitude. I am truly in your debt. Pray, take this. 'Tis naught but a trifle in comparison to your kindness, but I hope you will accept it all the same. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for...
Long as I live, I shall... Long as I live, I shall ne'er forget that...
Need anything? I'm nodding off where I stand.
Where? Oh, there's always demand for weapons. Particularly... near the border. Always a pleasure. Where? Oh, there's always demand for weapons. But particularly near the border. Always a pleasure. Well met, sir. How is the day treating you then?
Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowd. here, at least. Many thanks.
Not an inkling of what to do.
About time you showed up. We've been waiting for you. Our mission is simple. Sir Augustin will board the ox cart. We must safeguard it from would-be assailants till it reaches its destination. See to it that none approach. The Queen Regent's supporters will come for Sir Augustin's head. Of this, we... Oh, a quiet day is a welcome one. Come along now. What was that sound? Who's there?
Hold a moment. I'll be handling Augustin's escort from here.
Foul brigand! We shan't allow Sir Augustin to fall prey!
There's no need for theatrics. I know your aim. Here's a surprise. We met at the tavern, remember? Fair warning, cuz this craven isn't worthy of your trust.
He speaks madness! Subdue him at once, ere he injures our noble charge!
Why, if 'tisn't Sir Ragnall from the tavern? Now two parties ask our aid. Which is the more deserving?
I shall stand by you, Master, whatever you decide.
Oh no! Oh no!
You believe me, then? That's a bit of a relief, actually.
Curse you! All that planet...
Phew! I appreciate the confidence, cuz 'twas a welcome surprise. But I can't linger here, I'm afraid. Follow after me, if you can. Succeed, and I'll share the truth of all of...
I shall stand by you, Master, whatever you decide.
We've got choppers!
We're unlikely to find any warm hearths down here. Proceeding ill-prepared invites an early grave. Understood.
We meet again. Hoy there. I take it you lost your... You seem to have fared better than I did. I took the fall for Augustine, only to find myself wait still. So long as he escaped, I'd wagered that makes this a job well done. Speaking of, I was to tell you the truth, but I'll be glad to oblige you, of course. But we ought to get moving first. What say I explain while we... Time to get to work. Not bad. From what I've seen of your skills during that mess in the tavern and today's business, I can say you're really something. And my word ought to carry a fair bit of weight, considering my reputation as a warrior of unparalleled skill. Though of late, I've mostly been playing escort to spineless nobles. Turns out, as a sellsword proves himself, the list of those who can afford his services grows shorter and comes to be written in finer ink. Makes for a duller life, though I can't say I've any complaints about the weight of my pockets. Still, I hunger for a real battlefield, where a single misstep spells death. I crave the simplicity of it. There's naught else like it. The clashing of bodies and wills. I'd not say no to a fight with you. Let's have at it when I'm all healed up. Mayhap, I'll not give you a choice in the matter. I'm not sure what's brought me here. I suppose I'll have a few drinks and hit the hay. That escort mission was a trap concocted entirely for your benefit, you know. It was supposed to give those responsible a means to incriminate you. But Augustine is no fool. He had his doubts about his summons to Vermin, and hired me to watch over him in an So I looked into the cart that would be escorting him, and lo and behold, I found your name. Rather, your name was on the list of persons to be on guard for. In short, you had been called in to act the part of the... Mark my words, if you'd carried on with them, Augustine would have been slain, and you'd not have stood a chance against all that if it hadn't been... Aye, methinks I've earned my pay this time, and then some. I protected my charge and got you away from the scene without your being branded a murderer. Now all that remains is to escape this place. I expect we'll find a way out soon enough. If still, I've got to wonder where this craven plot came from. And what you... One thing's for certain. You must have powerful... But why? 'Tis not as though you're the arisen true. What? You are the arisen... 'Tis a small world indeed. You've piqued my interest even further, cuz... I've no business here. Right. Let's press on. Judging from the flow of air here, the exit can't be far.